Once hot startups that spectacularly failed, top 5. In general, startups don't have the best track record, but the companies listed here has lost billions of investors' money. Some founders have made horrible decisions while others have made criminal decisions and are facing decades in jail on top of their public humiliation. For everyone that makes it, there are always hundreds which fails, and we are looking at once hot startups that spectacularly failed, top 5. On number 5 on our list, MoviePass. MoviePass, founded in 2011, got a huge bump in subscribers in 2017 after offering an incredible deal: unlimited movies in theaters for just $9.95 monthly. The company's hope was that by giving users a huge discount on movie tickets, it could negotiate with theaters for bulk pricing and then make up the costs on other customer services. But those plans never reached fruition. According to a Federal Trade Commission report, the company, looking for ways to reduce costs, went to great lengths to keep subscribers from using its service. In April 2018, MoviePass admitted to regulators that it had been suffering a loss of approximately $20 million per month. Over the next 16 months, the company borrowed money, limited users to 3 movies a month, increased prices, and implemented new leadership in an attempt to stay afloat. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and the company closed its doors in September 2019. Deceiving customers never pays off. At number 4, we find Jawbone. You might not expect this wireless technology startup to crash and burn because of its long-standing track record. 2 years before its demise, it was valued at $3 billion and had 450 employees. Hossein Rahman, CEO and founder of Jawbone, helped launch the company in 1999. At that time, it was known as Elfcom, which is focused on selling military-grade audio technology. Later on, in 2004, the company sold its first Bluetooth headset, and in 2010 began selling wireless speakers. In 2011, the company added health and fitness trackers to its product line, which led to various product issues and financial challenges, which led to the startup's end in 2017. The startup received a total of $991.6 million in funding over 3 rounds during its lifetime. It seems scaling isn't always the best move. At number 3, we find Munchery. In 2010, co-founders Tri Tran and Conrad Chu launched Munchery, an on-demand gourmet meal service that delivered convenient microwavable meals to its customers' doorsteps and did quite well. In 2015, the San Francisco-based business began to compete with Blue Apron, offering customers an additional service, the ability to order boxes of ingredients and recipes to make their own meals. Next, Munchery expanded into New York, Seattle, and Los Angeles and set up expensive production kitchens. But this move didn't quite work out as planned. Long story short, the expense of expanding a dwindling customer base and the rise of food delivery services like DoorDash that sourced from a variety of restaurants forced Munchery to shutter its New York, Seattle, and Los Angeles kitchens in 2018 and closed down completely in January 2019. The company raised $125 million in venture capital, but fell victim to a variety of factors. Unfortunately, food delivery services make up a crowded market, and only the strong survive. At number 2, we find Quibi. Quibi, founded by Jeffrey Katzenberg and launched during the first part of the COVID-19 pandemic, lasted a mere 6 months before it was voluntarily shut down, losing $1.75 billion of investors' money. In case you aren't familiar, Quibi was a subscription streaming service dedicated to short-form entertainment such as little movies no longer than 10 minutes each, to be enjoyed by users exclusively on their smartphones. Subscriptions cost $4.99 per month with ads and $7.99 per month without. In an open letter to shareholders and users of his intent to shut down the platform, Katzenberg stated he believed that Quibi was not succeeding because of one of 2 reasons: because the idea itself wasn't strong enough to justify a standalone streaming service, or because of our timing. At number 1, we find Theranos. Failed blood testing startup Theranos was one of the biggest startup frauds ever perpetuated. Theranos had apparently accomplished what many hematologists had long thought was impossible. The company claimed to have developed a proprietary technology that allowed clinicians to test patients' blood using a fraction of the blood volume required in typical hematological tests, between 100th to 1,000th less blood, if the company's claims were to be believed. The problem was that Theranos' proprietary blood testing technology was completely fictitious. Theranos lied to investors, patients, and the press for years. CEO Elizabeth Holmes and the company falsified test results, misled partners about the capabilities of Theranos technologies, released incomplete devices that did not work as promised, and repeatedly denied accusations of wrongdoing in media appearances. Holmes' claims about Theranos blood testing technology weren't just exaggerations or selective interpretations of clinical research data, they were quite literally impossible. After a comprehensive investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission, Holmes was banned from the laboratory testing industry for 2 years and was ultimately charged with wire fraud by the Department of Justice in summer 2018. Holmes and former Theranos COO Balwanis face fines of $2 million each and up to 20 years in prison, and are also likely to be expected to pay restitution to the victims they defrauded. If you enjoyed this video, hit those like and follow buttons and get access to more business and finance top 5 videos.